how low the tide is today. It's Matt going down the 45-degree ramp.
It's pretty steep.
Notice he's put his tank on his back, so it's the only safest way to carry it down, really. Keeps all the weight on your back. So if you're going to fall, you're going to fall backwards, not forwards. That's the reason we do it. But it looks crystal clear. Just look how low it is, look. It's a 0 point something today. And let's go scallop diving. I'll drop in afterwards. We have come out the harbour and we're going to go north, up towards Long Coog or towards St Sampson's. Not bad. The wind is starting to pick up though. Bit of a southeasterly going on.
Not showing all the good marks, is it? Yeah, don't show the marks.
I've given away all the marks.
Everybody will be up here.
Yeah.
Don't show Darling. Leave you say Darling.
He won't leave.
Whoever that is.
He won't leave the mooring, surely.
Oh, we go, Richard.
Here we go.
Got a reef of 10 metres.
Felt the boat roll over then. Right, let's get going. Let's get my gear on. Let's go for a dive. Look at the old sneaky baby shark hiding behind the rocks there, waiting to ambush something. So if you haven't realised by now, we're back up on the mineral beds north of the harbour, up towards St Sampson's. Look at these are absolute beasts. They're very far and few between, but they are nice size scallops. The seabed around here consists of these mill beds, which are undulating beds of gravel and sediment, and obviously the mineral, as you can see here, all these little bits of purple stuff. Also there's small reefs, none really any higher than a metre, quite spread out, but it's a really nice seabed, and the visibility today has been absolutely excellent. Because the wind's been in the northeast for a few days, we haven't had these large swells coming up the channel. So along with all these nice big ones, you're also getting a small pockets of these small ones as well, which is always good because that means you're not completely taking the scallops all from this area. So here's another small one. Just small ones up alongside the reef. Another couple here just hidden around. And the yellow on the side here is a boring sponge. Nice bright yellow colours. Every time I come up past this reef, I always notice this really thick cable. It's a rope off of a crab pot. Don't know if it's just been chopped or it's actually been lost. But as you go up, you notice some of the bits of rope that tie the pots on have got nothing on, and they've been cut by looks of it because they're very frayed. So possibly some fishing gear that's been lost. It's a nice thick rope though. It's a brown edible crab. This is what they do, they bury themselves in the sand here. Not quite sure why they do it, I suppose, just sitting there feeding. Filter feeding. Not a massive one, probably of legal size. It's not soft at all. I didn't pull it up to check if it was a lantern, but I'll leave it be. I'm not up for having a crab for lunch today. Some more small ones. Oh, another dogfish. I like going across these sandy bits. It's like rifts of sand where the tide's pushed it into like miniature mountains. I'll come down to see, it just shows you the rifts here. Oh, I haven't seen one of these for a long time. I think it's the first time I've filmed it for the channel. This is a gravel sea cucumber. Pretty cool. We'll get the lights on it for you just to see the colour. So these have like a pale feathery fronds, and they basically filter feed, and these fronds go into the mouth, which is in the centre, and it's almost like licking its fingers, and they're found in moderately strong current areas, which is, this definitely is. Look at the size of this. This is probably one of the biggest starfish I've ever seen. Not so much in width, but in girth. The legs on it are absolutely massive, and you can see a scallop that's trying to swim away from it. Look at the size of this. Trying to wear it as a hat. It's absolutely massive. The fishermen absolutely hate these things as well, and to be honest, as a diver, I don't really like them because I know they're hunting on exactly the same thing we do, so they're in direct competition. But this is their environment, so I'll leave them be. I'll move him out of the way. I'll save that one, but I'm gonna trade him for that one. I won't save that one. It's going in the bag. This is the first cuttlefish I've seen in a long time. Just gonna... So my dust cloud's caught up with me now because I'm swimming towards the direction behind me now, so let that clear. Have a film of this cuttlefish. He's just sitting above a scallop here, so I'll take the scallop. I'll have that. These things are so brainy. The camouflage is amazing. I love filming these. 9 times out of 10 they won't swim off very far. They tend to not be scared of you, but just wary of you. You just swim over next to them. That colour change. When you look at them, they're always trying to mimic something. They're always trying to either mimic a crab or a fish or a flatfish. Not quite sure what this one's mimicking. Good camouflage. So if you check out, the majority of these scallops are actually facing north. The tide goes from north to south here, or just slightly off from north to south, and they're obviously feeding. So I've got a half decent bag, I suppose. So I might give it a couple more and then I might go up to the surface. It's going to be soon where we sort of run out of ground with scallops on. Another one facing north. So I've got 40 minutes left, bottom time, if I wanted it. But I think I'm going to run out of before then. Got a 140 bar. So I always split my tank. I dive with a 15 litre, so I go down to 120. So I get 2 dives out of 1 tank. Some more. I'm still on them. That's a good sign. Every so often I'll take my head off the bottom and have a look around just to see what my surroundings are like. So if I'm going to come down onto a reef and I can go right or left, I'd rather do it early. What the other divers tend to do is go right up to the reef and then start swimming right or left. So the scallops normally around the outside the reef are gone. So you got more chance if you divert before you get to the reef. Potentially you can get more scallops. Some interesting shells. Not quite sure what they're for, but pretty cool.
Oh yeah! Look at that! Oh! That is heavy!
So yeah, we found this.
Oh, yeah.
Admiralty type anchor, possibly 4 foot across, maybe 8 to 10 foot long. No more than a ton, maybe a ton and a half at a push, with this huge eyelet on the top. So by the looks of it, there's no chain on this, or as they would have called it, a cable. So potentially it's snapped off from this eyelet. Back in the day, these anchors would have been lost either by losing them through snagging, as the tide in our little Russell spins around, it goes from north to south. What it can do is actually trip itself and the line can get caught around the bottom, and then it's very hard to retrieve. Or also, this could have been slipped during a storm, so the crew of the boats would have purposely cut the cable and abandoned the anchor. But this would have been salvaged by blokes that are called sweepers. So in the early 1800s, 1820s and stuff, I read a brilliant book called Another Whitstable Trade by the late John Bevan, and it gives good account of what the sweepers used to do. There was a family, the Bell family, George Bell. They used to be sweepers. They used to go along in the Thames estuary and try and hook some of these anchors and retrieve them, and then make a very healthy profit. Look at this, it's like a square shank. So this one's stockless. It would have had a wooden stock along the top. That was the bar that went along the top. I always check my depth, so I know it's at 16, maybe 16 and a half metres of water, slack tide. And look at it, it's a beast, really nice. This orange stuff on the end's Ross coral. Breaks off very easy, so it's been here for a while. There you go, a bit of scale. So you can see the size of it. It's actually a really nice looking anchor, this. It'll make a lovely ornament in someone's garden. But as the states own all these anchors, because it's been in the sea for longer than 50 years, we leave them. What I'm going to do now is I've got a database. This is going to be anchor number 16. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my dive bag there with my scallops in, and I'm going to go back to the surface, and we are going to get the numbers for this anchor, and I'll put it on the database. This is a really nice anchor, this one. It's not majorly ornate or anything, but it's just nice to look at.
I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to go up that line. I like that.
As the tide is trickling south, I'm going to swim as I come up the line, just so I don't drag my bag, tangle it up in the anchor and not be able to retrieve it again. So, come up the line then to mark that anchor so we get the numbers for it. We go on the anchor database.
It's a lovely anchor.
It is a nice anchor.
Nice one.
Yeah, so basically Matt found it, and then where'd you go and went to film it, Matt?
Yeah, I went to film it and then realised my camera wasn't there, so I had to go and find it another 30-40 feet away up tide, where I'd been filming a cannibal.
Lucky to get that back. Lucky to get that back, believe me. Something that small on the seabed.
Just follow the dust.
Follow the dust, yeah. Retrace your footsteps. Have a look where you last had it. Size of these. Big ones. I wonder what they've been eating on. Oh, look at them. Beastie beasts. And I've seen a cuttlefish as well. I haven't seen a cuttlefish for a long time. He was guarding. And a massive, and I mean massive starfish. Biggest starfish I've ever seen.
Oh, is it about that big?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not the big white thing.
Yeah, whitey blue, yeah.
Sitting on the edge of a...
On a rift, yeah. Yeah, that must have been the same one.
I swam past it.
Really, really fat. It's a beast. Right, let's get these sorted. Matt's got a nice bag as well. Keeney's in the water. He's going to show us up.
Well, he's been doing it long enough.
Yeah. It's probably his 15th tide today. That doesn't need a gauge on it. Let's get a gauge on it just so you see.
Well, on that one.
Put it in the gauge. Yeah.
Just about.
Is it? Is it that one? It's even in the Shanker's gauge.
size of these. Thank you.
Exact same dive I did with Sally the other day.
What are you doing in the bag?
Well, they hide under the big one.
That's 25 before I've even had to gauge them. Yeah, most of these are in. Six, 7,
Really flexible. And on your toes today.
28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Not bad for a beginner. So beginner, I've been, this is our 14th year I think diving on the boat.
That long?
Yeah.
2000,
Nah, maybe not. I think it's been 14 years since I started diving. Must be,
2010, 2009.
yeah, 2009. 12 years on the boat.
That's 2022, eh?
13 years. Up again.
Yeah, I think I'll take you inside, I think.
Okey doke.
I'll take you in a bit.
Let's get ready for another dive. When they go on the inside of the reef, there's loads of reefs up this end. Hats off, glasses off, let's go. "29-minute surface interval. So my mask has steamed up a little bit, so just opening the top, letting a bit of water in, giving it a shake around, and then pushing the top of the mask in and blowing out my nose, which lets the water trickle out the bottom of my mask. I can see a bit better now. Now Richard did say he's going to take us on the inside. Just because it's on the inside and closer to land, it never normally means it's actually shallower. So we're 10 metres deeper now from the previous dive. Let's just turn the lights on, it just shows how much the red light comes back. 25 metres of water is quite a bit deeper than the 16 we were, so we've actually lost some of the colours, so the reds and orange have now disappeared. I'm going to need my torches on to replace some of that light. $60 bar left, not much, but I'm going to carry on. I'm going to look for some more. In my mind I'm saying another 3 or 4 scallops and then I'm going up, but I'll never leave it less than 50, just in case I have some issues on the way up. Always leave enough air. Yet again, there are beasts on this side of the reef as well. You'll notice you can hear propellers, they sound like they're very close. Because water's a lot denser, it does sound a lot closer. That's it, 50 bar left. That's it, I'm up. Just going to check out this old flask. Is it old? No, it's not that old. Not sure what it is, but I'll leave it here. Probably a home for a fish. Big chunk of coal. Some shankers. I can tell you, it doesn't smell too good. That's salmon, I think, on the looks of it.
Oh, they eat posh here.
I was just saying that's the salmon fillet, I'm sure it is. I'm not quite sure what that is, could be conger. I think Paul's the highest catcher. Quick gauge them all before we get back to harbour. Dozen there for our quick jaunt out after work. Richard keeping that one?
Keeping that one.
Until next time, on the air.
Alright, cheers.
That's us back. Look how high it is now compared to that. That's in what, an hour and a half? Come up pretty quick.
Really crack it open, I suppose. Or should I give it away?
Well, that's up to you, mate.
I don't really want to take it home, so.
Or evening, Clive. Give it to your mate.
I'll buy some more mates on giveaway.
In.
I'll have it, I don't want it.
Do you want to like that or?
Crack it open.